Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy Winning Wednesday to each and every one of you. Not only is it Wednesday, that means there are 2 work days and the weekend is here yet again, and I am so excited. But not only is it Wednesday, the middle of the week, you guys, it's also the first day of May.
Phone book update failed.
Thank you. It's the first day of May, so I want to wish you all a happy new month. Now, I don't know about you, but I get super excited about the first of the month because for me, it is a clean page in the book of life. That means that whatever you didn't get a chance to do last month, you have another chance to do it now. Maybe you didn't get everything done on your to-do list. Now I want you to get them done, because here's what I've said before. I don't want you to get down to the 4th quarter of the year and you're panicking and you're racing and trying to figure out how you're going to get all these things done before the end of the year. There's no need to keep putting it off. Stop being lazy and procrastinating. Okay, get it done. Come on now. Off the top of my head, I'm super excited also because May the 7th is my Granny Mary's birthday. That's my dad's mom, and she will be, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she's going to be 102. I don't know if she's going to be 101 or 102, but one of them. But God is good. God is so good. And for that, we can shout amen and hallelujah, okay? Not only that, my sister's birthday is the 25th. And my Nana's birthday is, I want to say the 18th. So I have 3 important, and for my Nana, this is her, I forget how, well, my Nana would be 100. She would have been 101, I believe, or 102 as well. So she has gone on to be with the Lord, but we still love her and miss her nonetheless. So I'm super excited. And happy birthday for all of you that are celebrating birthdays in the month of May. Okay. Now, before I get into my topic, real quick, I wanted to share. So I decided that I was going to, I think I told you all, start this new pescatarian eating plan, the first, and that is today. So because I forgot to thaw my fish out, I am now going to have to run over to Mid-Atlantic, and I'm not sure what time they close, so we need to get this video done quick. And I'm going to get me a salmon dinner, and they give you so much that you can actually eat off of it for 2, maybe even 3 days. So I'm going to head over there to do that. In the meantime, my fish is thawing out so that I can go ahead and get that baked and put in my containers, because what I want to do is make sure, go back to meal prepping for the week, and so I will finish that up for the rest of the week and have that done. And I ordered today some bento boxes, and they'll be here tomorrow. So unfortunately, I have to wait and show it to you on Friday, but I will definitely show them to you on Friday. And they're bento snack food containers. I got them from Amazon. They are $12.99. No, $11.99, I think it is. And it's 5 containers. They have different colored tops. It's 4 sections, so you can put snack things in there or whatever it is that you're eating. And so I'm so excited about that. So I cannot wait, and I'll definitely show that to you. And I said to you all that I was going to be exercising starting for 7 days. Now, I didn't make it yesterday. I just could not, y'all. When I tell you my body was tired, it was tired. But I did go on Monday, and I did an hour on the treadmill, walked 3 miles, burned 657 calories. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, I didn't go yesterday, but I went today, walked an hour. I did an hour on the elliptical. 3 miles, and I burned 514 calories. So I'll take it, y'all. Now tomorrow I'm going to go and do an hour on the bike. So yeah, I just kind of, mix it up a little bit. Now, next week, I'll start adding weights back into my training. And more than likely, I will be going back to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout routine. So I'll work all that out. But I just wanted to get you all up to date on that. And I'm not sure if I told you about something. I probably didn't, because I didn't do a video yesterday. So yesterday, I went to the grocery store. Mom and I went to the grocery store. I came back, put my groceries in the car. Everything was fine. I returned my cart to the cart return thing because I can't stand when people leave their carts just in the parking lot. It really gets on my nerves. So I put my cart back, and I was coming back towards my truck, and I saw this older gentleman squeeze past the pole and my truck to get to his car. So I said, you know what? Instead of walking all the way around the front of my truck, I'm gonna squeeze past there too. I go to squeeze past there. I took 2 steps and became wedged between the pole and my truck. I said, Lord, this is not going to work. Actually, I said some other things, but I've already repented for them, so I'm not going to repeat it. But I said, this is not going to work. And so I just happened to look up, and the car behind me, that was the man that I saw walking past that pole. He's sitting in the car cracking up. Now, clearly, I'm not laughing because I'm embarrassed, but he's laughing. And he said, come on, baby girl, you can do it. I said, you know, thanks for your vote of confidence, but this is not going to work for me. So it's okay. I unwedged myself. I said, I'm just going to walk around. And he said, well, I was pulling for you. I said, thank you so much. And I mean, he is cracking up. You know how somebody laugh and they're just laughing. And he's, and he just falling out laughing. Now, I'm not laughing because I was, to be honest with you, I was a little pissed off. Plus, like I said, I was embarrassed, so I didn't bother to laugh. And so I walked around, got in the car. My mom said, I was wondering what was taking you so long. And so I told her what had happened. So we kind of had a little chuckle, and I went home. But it kind of bothered me still. So I shared it with my Facebook friends. And that's when I said, you know what? It's all good, because now is the time. See, everything happens for a reason. That was my wake-up call, if you will, to say, Michelle, you've got to get on track and do what you said you're going to do. And so that's what I'm doing. The only reason why I didn't make it to the gym on yesterday, like I said, is because my body just was not feeling it. But it's okay, because I got up and went today, and I'll be there the rest of the week. Now, I did get on the scale yesterday, because yesterday was the first. Oh, no, not yesterday. Today is the first. I got on the scale this morning. A little disappointed, but not surprised. I gained 4 pounds, but I kind of figured that. But it's okay. It is okay, because I am headed in the right direction. Now, let me jump into today's topic so I can go get my food, y'all, because I am so hungry. Today, I'm going to be sharing 6 things that you should never share with anyone. And these, of course, are based on Stoic principles. Number 1, your problems. Remember, I said 6 things that you should never share with anyone. Your problems. Now, I believe that if you need help, you should go and seek help, in which case you're going to have to share your problem with your coach or counselor, whoever it is that you're seeing. But when it comes to just randomly sharing, because here's the other thing. I know we use our social media platforms, and we do share things with people. Now, I shared the story about yesterday becoming wedged between the pole, but that's because actually, after I thought about it, it was funny. I was embarrassed at the moment, but it was funny. And so I shared that with my Facebook friends and family, if nothing else, to encourage somebody else to say, hey, you know what? I need to work on my weight too. So that's fine. But I'm talking about when you have personal things, some things that the only person that needs to know about it is God. Because when you start to share your personal business with people, you have to be very, very careful, because oftentimes you'll find people that will take whatever that was that you said and throw it in your face. And you're like, wow, really? This is what we're doing? I shared that with you in private, and now you're throwing it up in my face. So you have to be careful about who you share things with. But I'm just saying, your problems, keep them to yourself. Because here's why, and I've heard Les Brown say this many times. He said the majority of them, he said most of them don't care, and the rest are glad that you're having the problem and they're not. Not only that, let's just keep it real. We have some friends who, they smile in our faces. We tell them our problems. And just as soon as we get off the phone, or we leave them, if you all are together, they're on the phone. Girl, let me tell you, I just talked to Michelle. Girl, honey, let me tell you what she told me. But don't tell nobody, okay? So just be careful with that. I'm just going to go with what the Stoics believe. Don't share your problems with anybody. Take them to God and leave them there. Number 2, your projects. If you all are working on any type of project. It could be for your business, it could be for your job, it could be a personal project that you want to take on. It could even be a project for your church. Doesn't matter. Some things, keep it to yourself. Because here's the thing, a lot of times we share projects that we're working on with people, and then we don't follow through on them, and people will be quick to come back. Well, I thought you said you were going to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And you're like, well, yeah, I was, but then I decided not to. And sometimes people can throw that in your face too, especially if you come back and share another project with them, and then another one and another one. They're going to say, yeah, right, like the other projects you said you were going to do and you never did anything with. I hear you. So just keep them to yourself until you are actually ready to launch. When you are ready to launch that project, then tell people. So if I share something with you that I'm doing in terms of my coaching, it's because I want you to support my event. That is different. But when you are in the planning stages of whatever it is that project is, keep it to yourself. Now, if you have to share it with anybody, again, y'all know you can always go to God with whatever you have going on, but share it only with people that you know will keep it to themselves. And if you're not sure about who those people are, then don't tell anybody. Number 3, your ideas. I agree with that, because sometimes you can share your ideas with people and folks will run with it and swear up and down they came up with it, knowing full daggone well they got it from you. So sometimes it's best to keep your ideas to yourself. That's just like, in the real world, you have people that share their ideas, and before you know it, the person they shared it with, they'll go run and patent that idea. And even though it was your idea initially, they've already patented it, so there's nothing you can do with it. And you've just given away this great idea. So that's why it's best to keep your ideas to yourself. Get a journal. If you've been around me long enough, you know I talk about this often. Get a journal and write down in your journal your ideas. That way you're keeping them in one place, and you can decide. You maybe a couple of months down the road, you decide, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's fine. Scratch through it. But if you decide you want to run with it, all your ideas are down on paper. Number 4, your mistakes. I think it's best to keep your mistakes to yourself as well. Now, I will say the only time that you should not, is if you are in a relationship. And let's say you make the mistake and you step out on that individual. And maybe not necessarily have been intimate with somebody else, but maybe you have been talking to somebody else. Maybe you've been hanging out with somebody else, or even gone so far as had an affair with somebody else. I think in that case, especially if you and your spouse have been having problems and you decide that you all are going to work things out because you want the relationship, then yes, you're going to have to come clean. I know you may not want to have to revisit what you did, but you're going to have to. Because if you can't be honest, then you cannot have a relationship. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. Other times, when you make mistakes, sometimes keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Pray about it. Ask God to forgive you, and then keep this shut. Keep it shut. Keep it to yourself. Because the reality is that the people on the outside, they have no idea that you even made a mistake. They only know because you told them. Now, if it's a mistake that people can see, that's one thing. But if you made a mistake and people can't see it, and they don't know about it unless you tell them, keep it to yourself. And I get it. Sometimes we feel like if I'm honest and just tell the person or tell people I made a mistake, it makes me feel better. It probably will. It probably will. But everybody doesn't need to know about the mistakes that you've made in life. Because again, you're only setting yourself up for failure, because there will be those people that will throw that stuff back in your face, Number 5, any regrets that you may have from your past. Everybody has a past. And in the famous words of Medea, your past, no, what she say? Your past, like your big ass, is behind you. Not my words, that's what Medea said. And that's true. Whatever you did in the past, honey, it's in the past. Whatever I said to you 10 minutes ago, it's in the past. Whatever I did this morning, it's in the past. Whatever I did yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 5 years, 10, 15, 20 years ago, whatever the case may be, it is in the past. And a lot of times people don't get that it is best to leave the things of the past in the past. Because when you go and you open up that door, that the door of, I'm gonna call it Pandora's box, you create a whole nother set of issues. So learn to just keep things in the past, okay? Again, you've prayed about it, you've asked God to forgive you, you've asked the people that are aware of whatever it was that happened, you've asked them to forgive you, and they have. You've forgiven yourself, hopefully. Leave it in the past. Now, the only time I will say that bringing up your past is beneficial is if you are a motivational speaker and you are talking to an audience of people and you're letting them know that, hey, you can get through whatever that thing is that you all are talking about it. Because I've been down that road. And you tell them your story. That's something different. You're not reliving it. You're sharing it with that group of people because you want them to see that even though you did that, you are now here. And so you're much better than when you were before. That's different. But any regrets that you may have from your past, honey, keep that stuff to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody. Because again, folks will throw stuff in your face when it suits them. And that's what we don't want. And last but not least, the Stoics believe that you should not share your income. And to be honest with you, I believe that as well. Now, it's one thing if you're going to purchase a home, a car, or something else that requires you to write down your income. That's one thing. But to just be sharing your income, with your close friends, your inner circle, your family members, there's no reason. Keep that to yourself, okay? Keep it to yourself. Everybody does not need to know what your income is. They just don't. First of all, sometimes sharing your income can come back to bite you in the tail because people know, oh, they make X amount of money a year and I need some financial help. I can go to them. Whereas had you not told them what you made a year, they would think, oh, they can't afford to help me out. Sometimes it's best to let people think that, okay? So that's another reason why you don't want to share your income. Besides that, it's just none of anybody's business. It's none of anybody's business. You make a great salary. You're able to take care of your bills. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Nobody needs to know what you make but you. Now, if you're married, that's something different because you and your spouse know what each other makes because you do your budget and all that kind of good stuff. So that's different. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. So the 6 things that you should never share with anyone, according to Stoic philosophies, or principles rather, is your problems, your projects, your ideas, your mistakes, any regrets that you may have from your past, and your income. I think if you follow those 6 things, that you're going to be all right. Now, having said that, y'all, I'm going to have to let you be because, like I said, it's starting to get dark. It's still 85 degrees, and I do have my AC on because it is hot. So I need to get around this corner, get me some dinner because I'm hungry. Like I said, I'm getting me a salmon dinner, and they give you a nice big slab of salmon like this, honey. I cut that thing in half. I'll eat half of it today, eat the other half tomorrow, and Lord knows they give you a ton of sides. So I will get 2 vegetables because, as you know, I'm not doing meat anymore. Well, as of right now anyway, so I'm not doing any meat. So I have my salmon, 2 vegetables, and finish up a few things, and I'm going to call it a night. Having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell if you have not done so. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. And if you haven't already subscribed and hit that bell, what is wrong with you? Y'all hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Again, if you're new, I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back Friday because I want to show you all the bento boxes that I ordered on Friday. And what else? Y'all, that's it. I'm going to ask you all to do something for me. I'm going to ask you all to make sure, starting today, that you make a conscious decision to start living a healthier life. If you are currently living a sedentary life, I want you to promise me that you are going to get up and start moving. If you have a gym membership that you are not using, I want you to start going to that gym. Pick 3 days out of the week, okay? And if that's too much, pick 2 days and then work yourself up. You don't have to overdo it, but I want you to get up and get moving. Now, we'll say this: if you live in a neighborhood where you can get out and walk, maybe like where my sister lives, they have nice walking paths in her neighborhood, which are absolutely nice. So if you want to do that, because maybe you don't want to get a gym membership, that's fine too. Make sure you get up early in the morning and go before it gets really hot, or later in the evening as it begins to cool off. There's no reason why we cannot get up and get moving. Our bodies were meant to move. If you continue to be sedentary, you're going to find yourself being that way. And that's not a good thing. We're all going to get that way the older that we get. We don't want to start now, okay? So please get up and start moving. I also want you all to make me a promise that you are going to do better with your eating. Now, if you're already one that you eat well or you eat great, thumbs up to you. I appreciate that, and I thank you all so very much. But if you're not, and you were like me, eating out a little bit too much, let's cut that back or cut it out altogether, okay? It's time for us to get healthier. And I want all of us to live a nice, long, healthy life. So we can do this, y'all. We can do this, okay? I have faith in you. So, having said that, if you decide to go out the rest of this evening, because it is a beautiful evening, no matter where you go or what you do, I want you to have fun, enjoy yourself because you deserve it. But I also want you to be careful. Be careful of the people that you hang out with. Be careful of the people that you're going to meet. And be careful just of your surroundings in general. Every time I turn on the news, something else has happened somewhere with people that just went out to have a good time and got caught up because they were in the right place at the wrong time. Be careful, because I love you all to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do to ever change that. I love you all. I want nothing but the best for you, and guess what? The best is yet to come. Love you much. We'll talk again on Friday.